on synthetic made food components. There's all sorts of different synthetic food components, such as ones that are originating organically in nature, and then you make them, people make them in the lab synthetically, or there's also components such as MSG, or other components that start synthetically where they're made to make food more addictive, such as cigarettes as well. And my purpose is to evaluate if there is a detrimental effect to these synthetic compounds. And then here is a graph right here. It's illustrating over time how there's been a decline in homemade food, and more so in terms of fast food, which this would be applicable as fast food relies heavily on synthetic compounds to make food more addictive, delicious, whatever term you want to use. And so my method of collecting data was looking at different articles, trends, and then there had been a couple of documentaries I had seen in the past, so I used my knowledge of those. And my results, there is some of the products made, when you start from an organic compound and you make it synthetically in the lab, there's unintended consequences, and it has to do with the stereochemistry, where you can create different models of the same molecule where basically the bonds are different on a molecular level. And there has been a result right here. There was a very unintended consequence where we have the enantiomers and diastereomers of a specific medicine that was produced to help for birth. There was a specific medicine that was produced to help women when they were pregnant to reduce pain and morning sickness, but unintentionally the enantiomer of it caused birth defects such as deforming arms and legs, which was not found out until the children were born. It was a big devastation as loads and loads of children were formed with deformations. And then there's also MSG is added to food, and in all sorts of countries, even India, Europe, all sorts of countries, it's been banned due to the effects known to make food addictive. People overeat, tend for obesity, and obesity is known to cause all sorts of problems such as diabetes and heart issues. And then this is a general trend over time for obesity, how it's seen. It's been on the increase, and there's boys and girls, just to show over time. And that's a general trend too, because before, if you go to this graph, it used to be more of an emphasis on homemade food. Now it's more of an emphasis on fast food, and that kind of showed by the increase in obesity, which is a very indirect link. And then we have over here my conclusion that chemicals are being brought into the system before they're actually evaluated. There's more of the industry is more concerned with consumerism, capitalism, making money than actually evaluating the consequences of the chemicals. And so by the time there is proof that there are detrimental effects, it's too late. People have already suffered. And so then it's more of you're having to pay back to help people that are suffering, or help figure out how to make their suffering less than it is preventing it in the short term. So I think that there should be more research involved with what we're putting in our food versus just consumerism. Thank you. If you have any questions.